Hey y'all, welcome back. This week we've got another fun yoga flow. Missed y'all last week, but update, I have kittens now. We're watching my roommate's family's kittens, so they will likely be present during this practice. And I apologize if they make any unnecessary noises. But yeah, so today we're going to be spending a pretty decent amount of time on our hands. So we're going to do a little bit of wrist warm-ups. If you have any wrist injuries, please take modifications on forearms. I'll try to cue those. And yeah, we're just going to hop on into it. So when you're ready, we'll hop into a tabletop position. So in your tabletop, we're just going to stack wrists underneath shoulders, knees underneath your hip points, and we're going to start to move through a few rounds of cat-cow. So as you inhale, drop your belly, lift your gaze, and exhale to round through your spine. You're going to inhale, belly drops, gaze lifts, and exhale to round. Continue here with your own breath at your own pace. Maybe you invite a little bit of some hip circles, moving in one direction, and then in the opposite direction. We can also play around with flipping the wrists in different directions. Whatever movements you're taking on one side, just make sure that you even it out and take the same thing on the other side. We'll take about 2 more breaths here, just moving intuitively with whatever feels good. And then we're going to make our way back toward that flat back tabletop position. So when you get to flat back tabletop, again, wrists underneath shoulders, knees under hips, we're going to tuck the toes and come into bear pose. So you'll hover the knees about an inch or so off of the ground. Notice your activation here. So we're protracting the shoulder blades. That heart space is reaching up toward the sky. Notice your belly button hugging up and in, pelvic floor lifting in. Deep breath in. And as you exhale, we'll shift back to down dog. Tap your left hand to your right ankle. Deep breath in. Full breath out. Inhale back through center, hovering tabletop. And exhale over to the other side. Right hand taps the left ankle. Gaze under your left armpit. Deep breath in. Full breath out. Again, come forward, hovering tabletop. Exhale, tap over to the right. Inhale through center. Exhale, tap to the left. 2 more either side. Inhale forward. Exhale to the right. Inhale through center. Exhale to the left. Again, inhale through center. Exhale over to the right. This time we're going to hold here. Really pull into that right ankle, gazing under your right armpit. Deep breath in. Full breath out. Inhale back through center. And exhale over to the left. Right hand reaches for the left ankle. Gaze underneath your left armpit. Deep breath in. Full breath out. Inhale back through center. We're going to hold here for just 3 deep breaths. Again, notice your strength, your foundation underneath your fingertips, digging the fingertips back to the heels for 2. Deep breath in. Exhale, downward facing dog. When you get to your down dog, maybe you pedal out the feet. Bend one knee and then the other. Maybe bend both knees, tip your tailbone up to the sky, lengthening your spine. These kitties are so silly. Heels of your hands pressing forward as the shoulders draw away from your ears up to the sky. We'll take 1 more deep breath in and a full breath out. Inhale, bend the knees, gaze forward. And as you exhale, hop, step, or float to the top. We're going to take a breath in, halfway's lift, and exhale, fold forward. Allow your upper body to round here. Maybe you interlace wrists and opposite elbow creases, swaying side to side. Crown of your head hangs heavy as you release through your cervical spine. Deep breath in. We'll exhale, release the arms down to the floor, and your next breath in is a slow roll all the way up to stand. Your chin will lift last, and when you arrive, just roll the shoulders down your back, palms by your sides. Notice yourself rooted down into the earth beneath you, rooting down through all 3 corners of each of your feet. The next breath in, we'll take Urdhva Hastasana. Reach your arms high up overhead, gaze past your thumbs. Exhale, Uttanasana, forward fold, melt your chest down. Inhale, find length, halfways lift, straighten through the spine. And exhale, plant your hands. We'll step the feet back into a plank pose where we're gonna hold here. So again, hands directly beneath the shoulders, heels pressing toward the back wall. If at any point you need to drop to your knees, you can. We just wanna make sure that we tuck the tailbone down and under, grow long through the crown of your head. So your gaze is toward the top of your mat. Deep breath in. And as you exhale, lower all the way down as slow as you can. We're gonna untuck the toes, inhale for baby cobra. Peel your chest up, shoulders drawing together and back. Maybe the hands hover, maybe the feet hover. Deep breath in. Exhale, release. Press your hands and knees or plank. We'll find downward facing dog. From here, 1 breath in, 1 breath out. Inhale, bend the knees, gaze forward. Exhale, hop, step, or float to the top. We'll meet in that halfways lift. Breath in. Exhale, fold. Inhale, Urdhva Hastasana, reach tall. Exhale, Tadasana, arms rest by your sides. 2 more times. Inhale, Urdhva Hastasana, reach. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, find length, flat back. Exhale, plant the hands. We'll step, or hop this time from high to low plank, maybe all the way down. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. Flip the tops of your feet. And exhale, downward facing dog. Deep breath in. Full breath out. The next breath in, bend the knees, gaze forward. Exhale, hop, step, or float to the top. Meet in that halfways lift. Breath in. Exhale, fold. Inhale, Urdhva Hastasana, reach. Exhale, arms rest by your sides. Last time, inhale, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, fold forward, Uttanasana. Inhale, find length, flat back. Exhale, plant the hands. We'll step, or hop, high to low. Inhale, up dog or cobra, shine your heart. Exhale, downward facing dog. Deep breath in. Full breath out. Just know that throughout class, those flows are going to be optional. I'm going to continue to call the high to low plank to up dog to down dog. If at any point you want to skip, feel free to take child's pose or come straight to downward facing dog. We're going to keep moving with the breath here. As you inhale, bend the knees, gaze forward. As you exhale, hop, step, or float to the top. Inhale, find length, flat back. And exhale to fold. Inhale, Urdhva Hastasana, reach tall. Exhale, Tadasana, arms rest by your sides. Modified Sun B. Inhale, chair pose, Utkatasana. Sit your hips low, reach your arms high. Tailbone tucks down and under as you gaze up towards your thumbs. Notice the shoulders rolling down and back. Deep breath in. As you exhale, open arm twist to the right. Right arm reaches back, left arm forward. Notice your knees staying in one line. Full breath in. Full breath out. Inhale, Utkatasana, chair. Exhale, open arm twist to the left. Left arm reaches back, right arm forward. Again, knees in line, hips squared. Deep breath in. Full breath out. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale, melt it down, forward fold. Inhale, find length, flat back. Exhale, plant the hands. We'll step, or hop, high to low. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. The next breath in, Virabhadrasana, 1 step your right foot forward, pivot your back heel down. We'll reach the arms high. Notice your hips squaring forward here, right hip pulling back as the left hip presses forward. Front knee stacked directly over the front ankle. Maybe you gaze up toward your thumbs, 1 breath in. Exhale, hands frame your front foot. We'll step it back, lower high to low. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Next breath in, Virabhadrasana, 1 on the left side. Left foot steps forward, right heel pivots down as you reach the arms high. Notice the shoulders rolling down your back, heart reaching up to the sky. Deep breath in. Exhale, hands frame your front foot. We'll step it back, lower high to low. Inhale, up dog. And exhale, down dog. 3 deep breaths here. Notice the lengthening through the backs of your legs. Notice your heart rate here, any changes in the way that you're feeling in your body now that we've invited this intuitive movement. 1 more full breath in. Full breath out. The next breath in, bend the knees, gaze forward. Exhale, hop, step, or float to the top, meeting that halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, Utkatasana, chair pose, sit low, reach. Exhale, Tadasana, arms rest. We'll take that one more time. Inhale, Utkatasana, chair. Exhale, open arm twist, or option to hook your arms for a deeper twist. Prayer hands to heart center, deep breath in. Full breath out. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale, either open arm twist to the left or hooking the elbows, opening up through the heart space. Deep breath in. Full breath out. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, find length, flat back. Exhale, plant the hands. We'll step, step, or hop, high to low. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, Virabhadrasana 1 on the right side, right foot steps forward. That same breath carries your arms up. Exhale, hands frame your front foot, step it back, lower, high to low. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, steps the left foot forward, Virabhadrasana 1, reach tall. Exhale, floats your hands to frame your foot. We'll step it back, high to low. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. 3 deep breaths. Being intentional with where your breath is, with where your mind is. Simply noticing the sensations in your body. Noticing the systems you have to self-regulate here with the breath. And the next breath in, bend the knees, gaze forward. Exhale, hop, step, or float to the top, meeting that halfway lift, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, Utkatasana, chair. Exhale, Tadasana, arms rest. From here, we're going to step the feet about hips width distance apart, hands to your hips. Inhale, proud chest, open up. And exhale, melt your chest forward. Take the 2-piece fingers and your thumb to your big toe. We're going to take Padangustasana as you inhale, lengthen through the spine. And exhale, bend at the elbows to pull your chest forward. Allow your upper body to melt down here, shoulders shrugging away from your ears. Notice the belly button and core engaged to help pull your chest closer toward your thighs. Steady breath. One more full breath in. Full breath out. Inhale, find length, flat back. Exhale to stay. Inhale, Padangustasana. We're going to step on the hands. The toes will come to the wrists. Maybe there's a deep bend in your knees here. We're going to inhale to find length through the spine. Exhale to fold forward. Relax through your face. Relax through your jaw. Each breath, notice the lengthening through the backs of your legs. That stretch through your calf from the top of your knee down through your heel. And stretch through your hamstring from the bottom of your knee up through your sit bones. One more full breath in. Full breath out. Inhale, find length, flat back. Exhale to stay. Inhale, Urdhva Hastasana, reach tall. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, find length, flat back. Exhale, plant the hands. We'll step, step, or hop, high to low. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. The next breath in, reach your right leg high. From here, we're gonna open up through the hip, kick your heel back towards your glute. Maybe you circle through the ankle, through the knee, or maybe that right knee simply reaches up toward the sky, engaging through that abductor outer hip muscle. Notice the weight equal through your hands and shoulders. Deep breath in, full breath out. Inhale, down dog kick. Exhale, draw knee to your right elbow. We're gonna hold here. Maybe you take a push-up. The next breath in, down dog kick. Exhale, knee to your left elbow. We'll hold here. Maybe you take fallen triangle, coming onto the knife edge of your right foot, reaching your left arm high. Maybe that foot hovers for one breath in. Exhale, unwind, plant the hand, inhale, down dog kick. Exhale, knee in towards your nose. We're gonna hold here. Again, protract the shoulder blades. Find that lift in your upper back for 3. For 2, steady, strong breath. Last 1. As you exhale, step the foot through, open up warrior 2, pivot your back heel down, tee out your arms. Notice your alignment here. We got 2 T's, T in the feet, T in the arms. Fingertips reaching in opposition as the shoulders relax down your back. Pelvic floor lifting up and in as the hips open up toward the left. On the next breath in, reach back, reverse warrior. Stretch your right side, maintain that deep bend in your right knee. And as you exhale, side angle pose. Hinge your upper body forward, maybe forearm on thigh, maybe arms in a T. Maybe you sweep that left armpit by your ear as the left fingertips reach toward the space in front of you. Steady the breath. Peel your left shoulder blade back to open up through the heart space. One more full breath in here. And as we exhale, Ardha Chandrasana, half moon. Fingertips to the top right corner of your mat, maybe on a block. We're gonna stack the hips left on top of right. Maybe you gaze up towards your lifted fingertips. Maybe you hover your planted hand. Finding a sense of stability and balance here. Maybe even bend through your lifted foot, reaching for a bind. One more full breath in. And as we exhale, we're gonna square the hips, making our way into a low lunge twist. Left hand plants, reach your right arm high. You can stay here or we'll take a deep breath in. As you exhale, side plank. Right foot steps to meet your left. Shift the hips high. Maybe you lower the bottom knee. Maybe you lift the top leg. Wherever you are, just steady your breath. If you want a sense of groundedness, you can gaze towards your planted hand. If you want to increase your balance challenge, gaze up towards your lifted fingertips. Obliques are super engaged to lift the hips for 3. Steady breath for 2. One more full breath in. And exhale, we'll move high to low. Inhale, up dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. The next breath in, step your left leg high, kick it high, sorry. And as you exhale, open up through your hip. Kick your heel back towards your glute. Maybe circle out through your ankle, through your knee. Notice that the weight is equal through your shoulders, through your hands as the heels of your hands press forward. Deep breath in, full breath out. Inhale, down dog kick. Exhale, knee to your left elbow. Maybe you stay, maybe you take a push-up. Inhale, down dog kick. Exhale, knee to your right elbow. Maybe you stay, maybe it's fallen triangle. Perhaps that foot even hovers. Deep breath in. Exhale, unwind. Plant the hand, lift the leg. Deep breath in. Exhale, knee in towards your nose. We're going to round through the upper body, engage through the core for 3, 2, and 1. As you exhale, step the foot through. Warrior 2, swing your arms open. Again, rooting down through the outer edge of that back foot, shoulders relaxed, fingertips strong. Maybe you find your drishti or gaze point over those front fingertips. The next breath in, reach back, reverse warrior. Stretch your left side, maintain that deep bend in the knee. And as you exhale, side angle pose. Upper body comes forward, maybe rest forearm on thigh, maybe arms in a T, maybe that top arm reaches up overhead, gazing up toward those right fingertips. Spin the right shoulder blade back. One full breath in. And as you exhale, Ardha Chandrasana, half moon, fingertips to the top left corner of your mat. Get light on your back toes. Stack the right hip on top of the left as you flex through your lifted foot. Maybe the right arm comes up to the sky. Maybe your gaze meets it. Again, if you want to play around with hovering the hand, you can. Maybe you play around with finding that bind of your foot. Wherever you are, just find a nice, steady, solid breath. Deep breath in. As we exhale, square the hips, low lunge twist, right hand and foot plant as the left arm reaches high. We'll take a deep breath in to prepare. And exhale, side plank. Step your left foot to meet your right. Shift the hips, maybe the bottom knee lowers, maybe the top leg lifts. Just know that whatever you decide to take here, you can track it back. If you're like, oh my goodness, I'm gonna be audacious and lift the top leg, cool. But if you notice, oh my God, I gotta get out of this, just drop the bottom knee. It's okay. We can modify our circumstances to suit our needs. Steady your breath. We're here for just 3, for 2. Last breath in. And exhale, plant the hand, high to low. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Deep breath in. Full breath out. The next breath in, we'll kick the right leg high. And exhale, knee in towards your nose. We're gonna hold for 3, for 2. You got this. Last one, we'll step it through for a high crescent lunge. Reach your arms high. Notice your feet. Maybe you open up your stance a little bit so that there's about a 4-inch little distance between your heels. Giving yourself a sense of stability and balance here as the hips square forward. We'll take a deep breath in. And exhale, straighten through your front leg as you fold your chest forward. There can be blocks to frame your front foot here if that feels good. Try to lift off of your back heel so that it stacks on the ball mound of your back foot. Chest can fold gently forward. Again, think belly button in towards your spine. Lengthening through the back of your right leg as that right hip pulls back. Deep breath in. Full breath out. The next breath in, we'll take a twist, left hand either to a block or the floor as you reach your right arm high. Keep the hips squared. The inner thighs are drawing in toward one another as you gaze up toward your lifted fingertips. One full breath in. As you exhale, warrior 2, arms sweep up, back heel pivots down, roll the shoulders down, find your sense of stability here. Then on the next breath in, we'll reach back, reverse triangle. Maybe you heel toe that back foot in before we head for our triangle pose, reaching forward, fingertips either to the floor, your shin. Maybe you heel toe the foot in so that you can interlace your 2-piece fingers and your thumb with your big toe. Try to stack the shoulders and wrists here, left shoulder peeling back. Find your obliques engaged here so that you're not relying so much on that planted hand, but more so on the strength of your core to keep your chest lifted. We'll take one more deep breath in. And as we exhale, low lunge, hands frame the front foot. We're gonna step it back to a high plank where we're gonna hold. So the option to hold this high plank for 5 breaths or lower down to your chaturanga. Wherever you are, steady, strong breath. We're here for 5. Tuck the tailbone down for 4. Protracting the shoulder blades for 3. Dig through your fingertips for 2. Last full breath in. As you exhale, lower high to low. Inhale, up dog or cobra. And exhale, downward facing dog. That was fun, y'all. We did that. We'll take a deep breath in. Full breath out, let it out. One more just like that, full breath in. And exhale it out. On the next breath in, kick your left leg high. Exhale, knee in towards your nose. We're gonna hold here for just 3, for 2, and 1. We're gonna step it through. As you inhale, lift up high crescent. Notice the hips squaring. Maybe you gaze up towards your lifted fingertips. Maybe you can stack the ball mound of your back foot underneath your heel. 1 full breath in. And as you exhale, straighten and fold over that front leg. Again, inner thighs scissoring in toward one another. That left hip pulls back as the right hip presses forward. Hands can be on blocks. Maybe you start to melt your chest and forehead down towards your shin and thigh. We'll take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, twisting to the left, plant your right hand, lift your left arm high. Left shoulder blade peeling back as we press strong into that right hand. Full breath in. As we exhale, open up, warrior 2. It's like a dance. When we get here, we're just gonna settle in for 1 breath. Exhaling here. Inhale, reach back, reverse triangle, stretch through your left side, straighten that left leg. And as we exhale, triangle pose, maybe you heel toe the back foot in. As we reach it on forward, fingertips maybe to the floor, shin, maybe you interlock the toe. As we reach the right arm high. Notice yourself feeling strong through the legs, strong through the core as that right shoulder blade peels up to the sky. We've got 1 deep breath in. And exhale, low lunge, hands frame your front foot. We're gonna step it back to that plank pose. Again, here you have the option to stay, option to lower halfway. 5 deep breaths. Steadying your breath for 4, for 3, last 2, you've got this, strong core for 1. If you're in your plank, we'll lower halfway. And as you inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, down dog. Deep breath in. Side out. We did that, y'all. Again, deep breath in. And an exhale. The next breath in, bend your knees, gaze forward. And exhale, hop, step, or float to the top. We'll inhale for a flat back, halfway's lift. And exhale to fold. Inhale, chair pose, sit low, reach on tall. And exhale, 1-legged mountain pose. Right knee in towards your chest. Options here. Option 1, maybe you grab a strap. Maybe you grab for the outside of your shin. If you'd like, you can take your right hand to the inside of your right leg, taking your 2-piece fingers to your big toe. Maybe you stay with the bent knee, or maybe you extend the leg forward, heel reaching toward the front of the space. Notice yourself nice and steady here. Belly button drawing in towards your core, finding that strength and stability in your standing leg. We're here for just 3. Find a solid, steady gaze for 2. Last full breath in. And as we exhale, open out toward the side. So the right leg will come out toward the right side. Maybe you can gaze over your left shoulder. Steady your breathing. Soften through your face, soften through your jaw so you can find a sense of ease, even in this challenging shape. We'll take 1 more full breath in. And as we exhale, the leg draws back through center. We're gonna hold here, release the hand, bring your hand either to your hip or arms up overhead. Notice the strength of your quad, notice the strength of your core, trying not to lean back too far for just 5, 4, Last 3. You've got this for 2. And 1, release. Shake it on out. Let that go. Didn't even phase us. We got this. Other side. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna plant the right leg. Actually, let's reset with a chair. We love a chair. Inhale, chair pose. And exhale, one-legged mountain. Left knee in towards your chest. Again, strap can be handy. Maybe we take the hands to the back of the shin. Maybe you stay. Maybe you take the left hand inside of the left leg, 2-piece fingers to your toe, extending forward. Continue to lift through the chest, shoulders back, spine tall. Maybe there's a slight bend in your knee. That's totally cool. See if you can find that sense of inner strength and stability here. Building our balance over time. We'll take one more deep breath in. And as we exhale, we'll open out toward the left. Maybe you gaze over to the right. Keep your chest nice and lifted, steady through the planted leg. Maybe you bring a little smile to your face, because this is so fun. One more full breath in, and we'll exhale it back through center. Deep breath in. Exhale, release your hands. See if you can keep your leg where it was. Maybe the arms raise up overhead. Maybe there's a bend in the bottom knee. We're here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release. Shake it on out. Good stuff. Now we're gonna do one more little thingy on our legs. So option 1 is to take a tree shape. If you take your tree shape, that's cool. Otherwise, what we're gonna do is we're gonna take a half lotus shape. So the top of your right foot comes to the top of your left hip crease. You can do this. Maybe you take a strap or your hand to reach for your right toes. We'll take a deep breath in to prepare. And as you exhale, we'll fold the chest forward. A lot of times for me, it can be hard to grab my toes when I'm standing, but once I start to bend on forward, I can grab them. So just play around with it. Here we're really just trying to find an opening through the right hip crease. Maybe a nice release through the back of the left leg. Take one more deep breath in. Full breath out. Inhale is a slow roll all the way up to the top. And we'll release. We're gonna do the other side. So again, maybe you take that nice little tree shape. Maybe you decide I want to take the half lotus on this side. If you take half lotus, top of your left foot to the top of your right thigh. Maybe you have a vine behind your back. Maybe it comes as you begin to fold your chest forward. Taking your hand to the floor, finding a sense of groundedness here. See if you can continue to square your hips here. Sometimes that left hip likes to hike up. See if we can draw it in line with the right. From here, the next breath in, slowly roll on up. Whoop. As gracefully as you can. My balance is a little silly today. Good work. From here, we're going to inhale our Vinyasa reach. Exhale, fold it on forward. Inhale, find length, flat back. Exhale, put the hands, we'll step, step, or hop, high to low. Inhale, up dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift your right leg high. And exhale, half pigeon shape. Try to parallel your shin with the top of your mat. You can heel toe your back foot back a bit. From here, maybe you crawl your hands in line with your hips, open through your chest. Maybe you have some kind of a bind of that back leg, reaching for a king pigeon or something like that. Or maybe you say, I just want to melt it on down. That's where I'm at, y'all, so we're just gonna do it. And when you get down, just Notice the sensations in that right hip crease. Notice if there's anywhere you can soften through your face, through your jaw. Actively thinking about releasing through the right leg, the right hamstring. And on the next breath in, we're going to press into the hands, lift on up. We're going to swing that left leg around, and we're going to take a figure 4 shape in the legs, or more like a tree shape in the legs for a side bend. So we'll inhale, reach the arms high. And as you exhale, left hand to your right hip, right arm up and overhead. Maybe you can grab onto your toes, opening up through your chest. Steady your breath. Notice that nice elongation of your right side, right sitting bone, rooting down into the floor. One more full breath in, full breath out. You can either stay here, or if you want to work towards your compass pose, what we're going to do is we're going to bend that left knee. You're going to try to get your left shoulder underneath that knee pit. So what we're going to do is we're going to just schmiggle our way down there. I don't think that's a word, but it's a word today. And then we're going to take that left hand out by the side. This is where a strap can be handy. You can take a strap, wrap it around your foot, grab onto the strap. Maybe you take your right hand to the outside of your left foot. We're going to take a deep breath in to prepare. And exhale, kick your foot into your hand. Open up through your chest. We're gazing underneath that right armpit. Steady your breath for 3. Opening through the heart space for 2. Last full breath in. And we'll exhale to release it. You can take a Baddha Konasana, butterfly pose, or if you want to work towards your 8-angle pose, we're going to keep that shoulder underneath the knee pit. We're going to take the hands. You have an option for blocks here to help give you a little more elevation under the hands. What we're going to do is we're going to cross at the ankles, so right ankle behind the left. The left hand plants underneath the left elbow. Right hand plants underneath the right elbow. So hands are about shoulder width distance. From here you can play around. Maybe you lift the feet. Maybe you press into the feet to lift the hips. If you want to invite those chaturanga arms back, we're going to slowly make our way onto our arm shelf. So we'll cross at the ankles, press into the hands, extend the legs out to the side. Staying very engaged through the inner thighs here for maybe one more breath. And we'll slowly unwind. Good stuff. From here, we'll just circle out through the wrists and gracefully make our way back to our downward facing dog. So plant the hands, step your feet back. If you want to flow, take a flow. When you're ready, we'll inhale to lift the left leg high. And then we'll exhale to parallel the shin with the top of the mat. Maybe you heel toe your foot back. And again, if you took something on the other side, maybe you take it on this side. Keep it even Stevens. Take the hands back towards your hips. Open through your chest. If you wanted to take a bind, you can lift that foot, reach for your leg. Or if you simply want to melt it down, we're in the same boat. So notice if there's any stickiness on this side. I know my left side is always my stickiest side. We're working with it. Notice what happens with the sensations in your left thigh and inner hip if you shift your weight a little bit over toward the right. When you feel ready, we're going to start to press into the hands, swaying that right leg around. We're going to take our side bend. So we're going to inhale, reach the arms high, and exhale, right hand to your left hip, left hand up and over. Maybe you grab for the toes, opening up through your chest, left shoulder spinning back. Deep stretch through that left side. Maybe even notice your right elbow pressing into your right thigh to help this twist. One more deep breath in, and an exhale. You can stay here, or maybe you want your compass pose. If you want compass pose, again, bend that right knee. Gonna take that right shoulder underneath the knee pit, right arm out to the side, and you can stay. Or maybe you decide, I want to take my hand or a strap to that foot. When you grab it, we're just going to kick the foot into the hand or the strap as you open up toward the left. Pressing deeply through those the right palm, every single fingertip and corner of your hand. Sit bones are rooting down. Notice that deep stretch through your left side body. One more deep breath in, and we'll exhale to release this. Again, you can take a butterfly pose or whatever resting shape you want, or we can work toward our 8-angle pose. For 8-angle, again, right shoulder underneath right knee. We're going to cross at the ankles, right hand plants underneath the elbow, left hand plants underneath the elbow, hands are about shoulder width distance. We're going to really interlock those ankles. Maybe you shift the weight out of the glutes, maybe you shift the weight out of the feet, maybe you bring those chaturanga arms as you extend the legs out toward the right side. Again, digging strong through the fingertips to protect the wrists. Core is engaged for 3, for 2, and 1. Slowly unwind. And we did it, y'all. All we're going to do is relax now. So what we're going to do is we're going to extend the legs long. We're going to take Marichyasana A and C. So we're going to take A first. When we get there, we're going to take the right heel in toward the right sit bone. From here, we're going to take the right hand inside of your right leg. Maybe you stay here. Maybe you take a strap into your hand. As we weave that arm around the leg, left hand comes maybe to meet the hand or the strap. Inhale to open through your chest, lengthen through the spine, and exhale to round your chest forward. Roll the shoulders away from your ears. Relax the crown of your head down. Continuing to root down through the sit bones. Next breath in, we'll make our way up. We'll release the spine and we're going to take our twist, Marichyasana C. So the right hand comes behind you, left arm up and overhead. We'll take the left elbow to the outside of the right leg. Maybe you stay moving for your twist. If you do want to come into a bind, we can take that left hand around the leg, not between the thighs, around the leg, or between this little crevice. You don't want it there. You want it around. And then we're going to take the right hand, maybe to meet it, maybe to meet a strap. Inhaling to lengthen and exhaling to twist. Again, find the core engagement, belly button to your spine, flexing through the extended leg. The next breath, we'll slowly unwind, releasing any grips. Then we're going to extend the right leg. Left foot comes in, heel in toward your sit bones. Again, Marichyasana A, left arm to the inside of your leg. We're going to swing it around. Maybe you can take the bind. Maybe there's a strap involved. We'll inhale to lengthen and exhale to fold the chest forward. Settle your breath. Notice your heart rate just starting to slow on down. from the beginning of class. One more full breath in, full breath out. The next breath in, we'll slow roll all the way up. And we're going to take Vinyasa C, our twist. Left hand behind, inhale, reach the right arm high. As we exhale, hook the arm to the outside of the right leg or left leg. And then from here, you can stay. Maybe you take your bind behind your leg. Maybe you can interlock the fingers or maybe a strap. Inhaling to find the length and exhaling to twist over to the left. Almost imagining this twist like you're wringing out a towel that's been soaking in water all day, releasing through the spine. One more full breath in, full breath out. Inhale back through center. We're going to extend the legs and roll our way on down to our backs. We've got back bending. We love back bending. So for back bending, you can take a restorative bridge with a block under your low back. You can take an active bridge with feet hips width distance, fingertips graze your heels, lift the hips, maybe the shoulders roll beneath as you interlace the hands. If you want to take a full wheel shape, hands will come to frame your ears, fingertips facing your shoulders. We'll press through each and every corner of the hands as we lift the hips high. Trying to straighten through the arms, straighten through the legs. Breathing into the core. One more full breath in. And as we exhale, slowly unwind. We're going to take a forward fold, so rock along your spine. Legs come forward, inhale, reach tall. And exhale, fold your chest over your legs. Again, find that core engagement, belly button to spine, as you allow your chest to melt down towards your thighs. And when you feel ready, we'll make our way out of this, slowly rolling all the way down onto our backs again. Hug the knees in towards your chest, big old squeeze. And then you're going to take a happy baby. Grab for the outsides or insides of your feet. You can rock the weight from side to side, massaging out the low back. Notice that deep opening through your hips. If there are any other poses you want to take to make your class feel complete, maybe you take a plow shape or a shoulder stand or a headstand or a fish. Maybe even a supine Baddha Konasana. But if you feel content and ready, we can slowly begin to make our way into our final resting shape, our Shavasana. Arms resting down by your sides, feet to the outer edges of your mat. Notice your full body just begin to melt into the space around you. See if you can soften your breath here. Soften your mind. Just let go of anything outside of this space and take some time to acknowledge the sensations of your body. What it feels like to be in this body that we've just so carefully maneuvered, so lovingly cared for. And just soak in all of that goodness that you feel inside. Allow yourself to ruminate in it. feel ready, we're going to slowly start to wiggle through the fingers and the toes. Maybe you circle out through the wrists and ankles. Maybe extend your arms up overhead as you point through the toes. And when you feel ready, we'll bring a bend into the knees. Rock your weight onto one side. Giving yourself just a couple of moments here to find that sense of groundedness. Feeling that embrace and that connection with yourself and the space around you. And when you feel ready, we're going to slowly press our way up to a tall and comfortable seat. When you get there, we'll stack the spine tall. Pull the shoulders down your back, right down through the sit bones. We're going to end class today how I always like to, with 2 breaths and the sound of Om. So when you're ready, we'll exhale everything out. On your next breath in, circle sweep, reach the arms high, gaze up toward your fingertips, stacking the spine. Exhale, hands through heart. One more deep breath in, circle sweep, reach, gather up all the goodness around you, and we'll exhale it into our hearts. We'll take a deep breath in for the sound of Om. Thank y'all so much for sharing your practice with me today. It really does mean the world to me to be able to flow with you in this way. If you enjoyed this flow, feel free to like. If you want to see more, feel free to subscribe. I try to post every week. Sometimes it's every other week because I'm human and I'm not perfect, but I'm trying. So it was really lovely flowing with you today, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Thank you so much. Namaste. Bye, y'all.